Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We from Group 4, like me introduce myself. My name is Albeni Nekta as moderator and speaker NPM 27, and friend Anissa Pratiwi NPM 09 as speaker. Okay, we will present the material 6K principles of reframing the ELT curriculum in Indonesia. The first material will be explained. Revisiting the role of teacher from a curriculum development perspective. Okay. Revisiting the role of teacher in curriculum development emphasizes their multi-faceted contribution beyond mere implementation. This approach recognizes that teachers are integral to shaping educational experiences tailored to their student needs. 1. As a designer, teacher possesses unique insight into their student backgrounds, strengths, and weaknesses, enabling them to design curricula that are relevant and engaging. By incorporating feedback from the curriculum from their classroom experiences, they can create material that resonates with students, enhancing motivation on learning outcomes. 2. As an implementer, in the classroom, teachers adapt the curriculum dynamically, using creative methods to connect the material with student realities. This localized approach allows for greater engagement and facilitates deeper understanding, as students can relate more directly to what they are learning. 3. As an evaluator, teachers play a crucial role in assessing curriculum effectiveness by analyzing student performance and learning experiences. They can offer constructive feedback to stakeholders, leading to continuous improvement in curriculum design and delivery. 4. As a curriculum adapter, flexibility in adapting curricula allow teachers to modify content to address emerging societal issues of culture context, making learning further relevant and stimulation. This adaptability fosters love for learning and encourages critical thinking. And 5. As a professional developer, continuous professional developer is essential. Teacher must engage in lifelong learning to stay abreast of educational trend and advancement, ensuring that their teaching practice remain effective and relevant. Okay, the next material, the aim of revisiting role of teachers from a curriculum development perspective. Okay, aim of revisiting role. The objective outline and to create a more inclusive and effective educational framework. 1. Empowerment. By recognizing teachers as agents of change, the educational system can benefit from their frontline insight, leading to more responsive and effective teaching practice. And 2. Innovation. Providing teachers the space to innovate, foster an environment where learning can be tailored to specific community needs, enhancing the overall educational experience. And 3. Curriculum effectiveness. The direct input from teacher ensure that curricula remain relevant, addressing real curriculum challenges and improving student outcomes. The third, material negotiation, policy and curriculum. Material, teacher-driven language curriculum development. Okay. The teacher-driven approach to language curriculum development positions teacher as active participant in shaping educational contents, fostering a responsive and engaging learning environment. One concept of teacher-driven development. 1. Analyze student needs. Understanding the diverse linguistic, culture, and social background of students allow teachers to create learning experiences that are both meaningful and effective. 2. Choosing material. Selecting material that resonates with student interests foster engagement and aids in comprehension. This choice ensures that learning is relevant and contextualized. And 3. Adapting the national curriculum. By incorporating local literature and current issues, teachers make language learning more relatable, or promoting culture relevant and enhancing student motivation. The next, developing evaluation tools. Focusing on communicative competence encourages students to engage authentically with the language, moving beyond rote and memorization to practical application. Next are the objective and the role of negotiation policy. 1. Objective. This objective aims to create more relevant and responsive education framework. 1. Professional freedom. Allowing teachers the autonomy to adapt curricula promotes a more dynamic and effective learning environment. 2. Relevance. Teaching material that reflects student background enhance relatability and engagement, leading to improved educational outcome. Collaboration. Encouraging dialogue between policymakers and teachers foster a more inclusive educational framework, ensuring the policy reflect classroom realities. The role of negotiation policy. 1. Teachers face national policy. Teachers discuss with the educational office to adjust national standards to real conditions in the classroom. 2. Teacher face goal. Teachers negotiate with the principal regarding allocation of time, resources, and teaching method. And 3. Teacher face student or parents. Teacher involves student and parents in choosing themes or topic that are relevant to everyday life. The next material, positioning and framing English language pedagogy. Positioning and framing the critical concept in English language pedagogy, influencing how teacher and student interact within the learning environment. Positioning in English language teaching. 1. Teacher position, facilitator role. Adopting a student-centered approach allows teacher to foster a collaborative learning environment where students feel empowered to explore and engage with the language. 2. Language user models. Demonstrating authentic language use encourage students to perceive English as a critical tool for communication rather than a distinct academic subject. 3. Subject position. Active agent, empowering students to choose topic and express opinion, cultivate critical thinking, and ownership of their learning. and for multilingual user. Recognizing student multilingual abilities allow for enriched learning experiences, integrating their cultural identities into the learning process. Framing in English pedagogy. 1. Cognitive framing. Grammar in context. Teaching grammar within meaningful context help students understand practical application, enhancing retention and usage. Task-based learning. Engaging students in real-world tasks foster practical language use and develop problem-solving skills. And 2. Socio-cultural framing, integrating culture. By blending local and global culture elements, teachers create a more holistic understanding of language of as cultural artifact. Critical pedagogy, encouraging students to critically application promote deeper understanding and awareness. 3. Emotional framing, positive reinforcement, supporting student emotional needs through encouragement and recognition build confidence and motivation. Safe learning environment, ensuring a sportive classroom atmosphere allows students to take risks and learn from mistakes without fear of judgment. Okay, the next material will be explained by Anissa Pratiwi. Anissa Pratiwi, time is yours.
Thank you for opportunity from moderator. My name is Anissa Pratiwi. I would like explain about integrating assessment and pedagogy, a dynamic approach. Integration of assessment and pedagogy is an approach in which assessment is not separated from the learning process, but becomes an ongoing, reflective, and encouraged part of student development. This approach emphasizes assessment from learning, not just assessment of learning. Objective of integrating assessment and pedagogy. Number 1, to continuously improve the quality of learning. This means that assessment is not only carried out to find out whether students understand or not, but is used to continuously improve the learning process. Teacher can evaluate the method used and adjust them to be more effective. Number 2, to help teacher understand student learning needs in real time. With assessment integrated into the learning process, teacher can immediately find out the difficulties faced by students at that time. This allows teachers to provide assistance or adjustment to learning quickly. Number 3, to make assessment a tool for reflection and improvement, not just a grade assessment. Assessment is not only for give grade of ranking, but also as a way to see how far students understand and how learning can be improved. It also encourages students to reflect on what they have learned. Number 4, to create a more meaningful, active, and participatory learning process. The integration of assessment makes learning more lively and interactive. Students are not only passively listen but are actively involved in the evaluation and learning process itself. Next, character of dynamic approach. Number 1, format and summative assessment are used in a balanced way. Format assessments are given during the learning process, while summative assessments are given at the end. Both are used to provide a complete picture of student development, not just the final result. Example, providing feedback during the learning process, not just after the exam. Number two, teacher and student are actively involved in the assessment process. Student can do self-assessment or peer assessment. Students are given the opportunity to conduct self-assessment or peer assessment so that they are more aware of their own learning process and result. Teachers also become facilitator, not just assessor. Number three, assessment is carried out continuously and adaptively. Teachers adjust learning strategy based on daily assessment results. Assessments are carried out continuously and adjustment to class conditions. If the assessment results show that students do not understand, the teacher can immediately change the learning approach or method. Number four, learning and assessment process support each other, not separate. Activities such as group project, class discussion, or daily assessment are not only learning activities but also become part of the assessment. That's why assessment becomes a natural part of the learning process itself. For example, project assessment or class discussion are part of both assessment and learning. Next, number 5, re-envisioning some language teaching, training, and education. Language teaching, education, and training needs to be redesigned to be more relevant to the challenge of the 21st century. This involves a holistic, practice-based, and teacher and student central approach. The goals of this restructuring: number 1, improving the quality of language teacher. The goals in the fourth teacher to be better prepared to face the dynamic and complex challenge of 21st century learning. This includes mastering more modern teaching methods and utilizing technology. Number 2, adapt teacher training to local context, student needs, and technology development. Teacher training must consider student needs, regional character, and technological development to be more relevant and effective. Number 3, development professional and reflection competence in teacher, not just technical teaching skill. Teaching not only the technical teaching skill but also reflective social and pedagogical teaching skill to support continuous learning. Number 4, build teachers who are able to adapt, innovate, and think critically. The ultimate goal is to create teachers who are able to innovate, think critical, and respond to change quickly and effectively. Next, characteristic of ideal language teacher education and training. Number 1, practice oriented. Not only theory but also involves micro teaching, classroom observation, and field experience. Training is not only theory but also real practice such as micro-teaching, classroom observation, and field experience to form strong teaching competence. Number 2, contextual and responsive. Adapted to local needs and global development. Training is tailored to local needs, or between remote and urban areas, as well as global threats such as the digitalization of education. Number 3, oriented to holistic competence. Focus not only on language skill but also pedagogical, social, digital, and reflective skill so that teachers are better prepared in various aspects of teaching. Number 4, collaborative based and learning community. Training emphasizes collaboration between teachers to share good practice, learning together, and build a supportive professional community. Number 5, developing teacher reflecting and agency. Teachers are trained to be able to evaluate, assess, and develop their own teaching method based on student needs independently. Next, number 6, sustaining vibrant teaching professional development. Teaching professional development, or TPD, must be sustainable, relevant, and have a real impact on improving the quality of learning. Main objective. Number 1, to continuously improve teaching quality, not just through on-time training. Teacher training should not be one-time event. There must be a continuous development process to maintain the quality teaching over time. Number 2, adapting teacher development to change. TDP program must be responsive to change in the time curriculum and dynamic student needs. Number 3, encouraging teachers to become lifelong learning. Teachers are encouraged to continue learning and developing not only when taking formal training. Number 4, to create culture of learning among teachers, not just a formality of training. Teacher training must create a strong learning culture, not just an administrative formality. Next, characteristic of Fibra teacher professional development. Number 1, continuous, not just once. For example, serial training program teacher learning communities regular reflection. Number 2, best real need of teacher and student. Not training with topics that are foraged but based on the challenge faced by teacher in the classroom. Training material should be based on challenge teacher face, not imposed topic. No, Number 3, collaborative and participatory. Teachers learn together, share good practice, and build professional network. Number 4, encourage innovation and reflection. Teachers are expected to try new methods, evaluate their results, and not just repeat old methods. And last, supported by system and policies. There need to be real support in terms of time, budget, access to learning results, and professional relations. That's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, the conclusion. The reframing of Indonesia's English language teaching, or ELT, curriculum requires a transformative approach centered on 6 case principles. First, teachers must be reinvented as active curriculum developers rather than passive implementers, taking a role as designer, adapter, and evaluator. Second, A teacher-driven curriculum with negotiation please allow for localized adaptation of material to meet student linguistic and cultural needs. The third, effective pedagogy, involves strategies positioning of teacher as facilitator and framing English as a communicative tool embedded in society's culture. Embedded in society culture context. The first, integrating dynamic assessment methods ensure continuous improvement by linking evaluation directly to learning process. The fifth, teacher training must shift toward practice-based holistic model that develop 21 ST century competencies. Finally, sustaining free brand professional development through collaborative learning communities and systems support enables lifelong teacher growth. Together, these principles create an ecosystem where curriculum, pedagogy, and assessment work synergistically to produce meaningful, relevant English language education that empowers both teacher and learning in a nation's diverse classroom. Okay, that is the result of our discussion. Please apologize for the class. Thank you for your attention. I am Selbeni Nekta and from Anissa Prati. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.